And here we are again, 7:39. Good Thursday morning to you. Time to talk a little hockey. Greg Mackle hanging around. Coach Woody in studio. Ryan Wood, good morning. How are you?
Morning, guys.
PJ Top is looking good there.
It's actually just a regular T-shirt from American Eagle.
Hey, no ads.
I know that there's no American Eagle in Kirkland Lake, so it's tough to recognize the logo.
No sponsorship.
I was expecting
my apologies.
fully expecting you to come in here one day with a Winnipeg Jets onesie on.
Well, I've got one of those. Maybe I'll have to get my wife to bring it up with me.
Hey, playoffs.
Yep, for sure.
Playoffs.
It's actually really nice.
Be the playoff suit.
Okay, so Saturday night I'm there. You're looking better. Things are going well. You're winning 3-2. Looking pretty good in a second, and then the wheels all come off here. We got fines and suspensions, and 5 minutes for cross-check. And
yeah, I mean,
I thought that's the best you'd look in a while.
You know, we were playing a really good game. We were doing a really good job.
Yeah.
We were getting great efforts from, goaltender out, and things are going our way. And then, the wheels fell off, as you said, and, tempers flared. And I think a lot of it has to do with, previous games that we've had the same officials for a few games in a row. And I mean,
right.
Unfortunately, just with geography and the way where we're located and stuff, that's kind of out of our control. And, there was stuff that happened, and it is what it is. We got to be able to play through anything, and unfortunately, we didn't in that situation.
Yeah, like I say, did you feel that yourself? That's the best you looked in the.
I thought the boys played really well.
Yeah.
I thought they were into it. They were on the puck. They were competing. Yeah. It was a really good effort, and overall, though, even though we only got 1 of 4 points this past weekend, I thought we played pretty good hockey. So it's the right time of us playing the right way. It's just for whatever reason we were maybe winning games earlier in the year that maybe we didn't deserve to win, and now we're playing a lot better and we're not winning. So
it's kind of
yeah, exactly. So it's all evening out here in the end, which kind of isn't as good because we got Hearst breathing down our neck.
Yeah, so Hearst is 8 points behind you, Ryan, with 3 games in hand. So that's a big game on Friday night as you host the Hearst Lumberjacks, former coach Mark Lafleur. And what do you one against them?
Yeah, I think we're 1-2 and 2.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's every game has been a battle. I think there's one game where they came in the first time and kind of blew us out of the water. But other than that, every game's been a 1-goal game. Very systematic team, obviously, and they play the game hard and the right way and tough. And we just got to match the effort. And if we match the effort and we get good goaltending, I think we'll be in good shape.
Okay, now not to dwell on this, but you're suspended.
Yes, I am.
For 2 games.
Yes, I am.
And who else is missed? Nikitin is suspended?
Yes, he is.
And that's it?
Yep, that's all. So
you're suspended too, Greg. You get 10.
I didn't hear about that.
You get 10.
I was there. He kind of pointed at me. I didn't know what he meant.
Exactly.
There you go. Yeah, no. I got a 3-game suspension there, and I mean, it was let the emotion got the best of me there, and like you said, when you see somebody so many times, and maybe you tend to not agree with what's going on, and just how everything played out, you kind of boiled over, and that's what happened. And
so you get a different look at the team this weekend, then.
Yeah, I mean, it was actually kind of nice to sit in the stands and watch.
You find a much difference?
Oh, it was way different.
Yeah,
for sure. There were some things that I seen that I went, holy, is that guy really doing that? And then there was other things where I went, man, that guy was really doing that in a good way, right? So
okay.
So it was the best of
it's funny,
both worlds.
I'll
Exactly.
tell you what,
though,
nice.
Greg.
I stood beside him. I could only take it for about 18 seconds at a time while he's watching from the stands because the commentary coming out.
Is he muttering? Yeah.
He's just.
So when you're on the bench, Ron, was you spending a lot of time, I guess, thinking of the next line and stuff? Is that what's...
Well, yeah. I mean, you're always, when you're sitting in the stands and watching, it's a little more difficult because you see things and matchups and stuff. And
But I mean, when you're on the bench, is that what's happened? Is that you don't notice...
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you don't notice quite as much until after you watch the video later.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
So now when you see everything is very direct and you can, it jumps out at you a lot quicker. So... anyways, it's a different perspective, and
how much coaching actually goes on the bench during a game? Do you go over and say anything to anybody? Is there much of that?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on systematically if somebody's not right in line with what everybody else is doing, because if one person isn't, then it can kind of blow up the whole entire plan, right? So you got to make sure that everybody's kind of on the same page, and that's basically what you're doing. Is you're a reminders guy on the bench during games, and then everything else that you're trying to set up is all through practice and everything like that. And if something really, really bad happens or whatever that jumps out at you, then obviously you got to correct it. But you're not sitting there every time somebody comes off and giving it to them, because then you're going to take them off their game, and that's not what you want.
Yeah,
so.
Fans want to know. Ryan Winter, our young goaltender that got run over a little while back, posted a picture of him at practice the other day, and then a couple of people messaged me and said, well, yeah, we see him on the ice. Is he good to go again? Is he getting back into shape and going to be ready for the weekend, or another couple days yet?
I'm not 100% sure if he's going to be good to go this weekend. Okay. We still have 2 more days of practice. He did not look great in practice on Monday.
Well, he's been off for a bit.
Exactly.
Right?
So Tuesday started to look better. Yesterday was the best he's looked since he's gotten back on the ice. So he's still got a little bit of ways to go. Brian Bertoncello, our goalie coach, will continue to look at him, and when Brian thinks that he's going to be able to go in the net and give us a chance to win a hockey game, then he'll get back in the net and play.
And I suppose for the goaltenders, being off the ice for 4 or 5 days, it's almost not quite like starting from scratch again, but you kind of lose your rhythm, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a goalie. I don't know much about goalies, so I leave that task up to Bri. But ultimately, yeah, I mean, you could kind of see, if they're letting in goals in practice that they normally wouldn't or whatever, then that they're just it's not ready yet. But for the most part, I think he's been doing a pretty good job in practice, and if I was a betting man, I'd say he'd probably be ready to dress this weekend. Whether he gets a start or not, that'll be determined still.
So Hearst looked awful quick when they beat you 6-1 that time. You worried about that, Ryan? You mentioned that to the boys. You got to be on it right away.
Yeah, I mean, you got to match speed with them. They're a very skilled team and very fast, and you've got to match physical efforts with them, and also not get caught up in any of the craziness that sometimes can go on in a hockey game, and just focus on the task at hand. And the biggest thing is just focus, right? I mean, we want our guys to focus and stay the course and go from there. So,
anybody getting called with nicotine out? Anybody added to the lineup? Any APs or anything?
We've got Hunter Forshoe coming up this weekend, who's from North Bay, midget AAA. He's having a good year.
They get the first round bye, right?
Yep. So he's available. And then we've also got Bailey Chenier coming up as well. Bailey plays for the North Bay team. And then we've, because of an injury to Namagoose, and then Schneidmiller isn't feeling all that well, we've kind of had to go back into our reserve bank, and basically we've asked Calvin Chartrand to come back and play D for us for the weekend to help us get through, because we only have 4 defensemen, and had a good conversation with him. So he's going to be at practice today and get himself going, and hopefully he'll be able to take a little bit of the ice time stress off the 4D and give a little bit of help.
Okay, so Hearst Friday night, 7:30. Then French River Saturday night at 7. And going down to the end here, then you got a makeup game in March against Timmins that has to be played. But I think these are the last 2 home games, and then that game against Timmins on March 5th. There's only 5 games left. Next weekend on the road.
Yeah, we have. I think we only have 5 home games left, and then the rest are on the road. And out of 9, right? Yeah. So 5 home, 4 away. So next weekend will be tough. It's a road trip, and it'll be our last overnighter of the year. So we're to stay in North Bay, and hopefully it'll be a nice little bonding experience for the boys too, which is nice. So,
yes, indeed.
We're excited to play anybody that we got to play, but we got to find a way to win those games that.
Well, this is a big one Friday night. Hearst will be really feeling good if they were to win that game Friday night.
For sure. And they're coming off a good effort against Timmins there on Tuesday night.
Yeah, they had a good one in Timmins for sure. So,
it's going to be a battle. Every night's a battle. There's no gimme games in this league. And if you don't come to work, you're going to be left in the dust.
You had a good crowd Saturday night, so hopefully that'll continue against Hearst tomorrow night.
Yes, indeed. Mark Lafleur and the crew in town. 7:30 tomorrow, French River Rapids, Saturday night at 7. Have a great weekend.
Thank you so very much. I hope you have a good weekend, too.
And your son's birthday is coming up.
Yeah, it's on Sunday.
And isn't your son listening to us right now
Yes.
via your wife's phone?
Yes,
So,
Easton is listening.
Good morning, Easton, little buddy. How are you, man? Dad did well on the radio this morning.
I tried.
Hopefully his team will do well this weekend.
Yes. Both teams, the GoldMiners and the Jets.
Man, we were so close.
And there it is.
We were so close to getting through.
And there it is. Leafs can't even win right. Gave up a point.
Yeah, that was not good for the Leafs. I feel bad for them last night.
For the Jets, exactly. That's bad for the Jets.
7:49. That's Coach Ryan Wood. Thanks for doing this, Ryan. Have a great weekend, man.